Oh, the title scaring people off? Confirmation. Today's the 20th. Job 20:11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongues shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. The glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The haven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. Each and every one of you stole from me, you lied on me, you slandered me, you got me falsely arrested. All so you could go out and have sex with children, prostitute children, your own children, some of you. Steal money from your own children. Mom, how much was that check worth that you signed your name, signed my name to? Huh? Because, yeah, you might, I don't know. You're either going to prison or you might not make it to prison because you're going to make it to another cell, 6 feet under. I don't know which one's coming for you. I just know there is a mature woman that's going to die, a mature man that's going to die, and then someone younger is going to die. 3 people are going to die because of what you people did. One is going to be staged to look like a suicide, but it's actually a murder. I got some cigarette on this one. There are local police involved as well. So who's the childhood friend that took all the money that was supposed to buy my house out from underneath me? Pretty sure I know who it is, but let's see what Zodiacs come out. Gemini. Well, Scorpio. I think that's the one who wears the uniform, who was fucking my mom. Who also I fucking. Ugh. It's so fucking gross to me. How could you have sex with somebody who one of your children have had sex with? It's so fucking nasty. Aries. Libra. Pisces. I don't normally smoke on camera, but this one's stressing me the fuck out. Capricorn. So, let's do one more. Virgo. So, who came up with it to begin with? I mean, this is blowing me the fuck away. My own parents, my sibling, childhood friends, ex-lovers. I just don't understand. And the wishes you wanted. You wished to have group sex. You wished to have sex with children. You wished to prostitute children. You wished for death on me. You wished, one of you wished to be released from your twin flame soul contract, which is why you're not allowed to be around me anymore. You're being spiritually, like, I have a spiritual restraining order against you that I didn't even ask for. You did. And that's why you can't fucking come around me. Because you wished for it and you got what you asked for. One of you, your mother suffered heinous sexual assault when she was a young woman. And now, because you wish to have sex with children, your daughter will suffer the same fate. Boston. Jamie. Hope. Was getting a house paid off that fucking important to you? Phoenix? Yeah, somebody lost their life out there a couple years ago. Aquarius? Kim? Mark 1111? Every last one of you is cursed. The shift is taking place. Oh, shit. Dirty Cop. I think there's at least 2 of you, if not 3. Darnell. Texas. Midland, Texas comes to mind. China. Stop and Smell the Roses. John 3:16. Tony. Oh, that's a childhood friend that just came up out of the blue. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Then, like, for a couple months, like, tried to have sex with me, tried to have sex with me, and tried to have sex with me, and I wouldn't do it. Well, now it makes sense. God is proud of you. Judges 21:21. Brandon, the Father loves you. Jacob, June, Adam, July. Yeah, that's why I got falsely arrested. My sister stole my truck, did $1,000, at least $1,000 worth of damage to it, endangered. Well, now that it seems like everybody was working together and it was all set up, probably didn't really endanger either one of them. But then I turn around and I get arrested when she's drunk as fuck and I didn't do nothing wrong. Will you marry me? Probably not if you're in this group. Maryland, 50s. Sam, April. I went to jail. I told her to tell you, and she didn't. Chicago. Being with you is being in heaven. Pisces. They watch you on YouTube, and it pisses off the one they picked over you, big mad. Scorpio. Mike. I always thought I'd see you again. I really did, too. I've loved you for 1,000 lifetimes. Germany. So who's the one that's going to get the fucking international charges for going to different countries and doing the shit? Little Mad. Boys to Men. Monday. Marcus. Fake profiles on Facebook's how they track you. It's time for your miracle. Robin. The Rock. Oh God. I mean, God did tell me 3 years ago it's bigger than you think it is. So, I always thought Dwayne Johnson was one of my exes, but it actually could be the celebrity. Darrell. 2 to 5 children. Mariah. Connecticut. Lindsay. Are you the one that got all the money to buy the house out from underneath me? And then you spend the money on other shit? Buy my own house out from underneath me. How fucking low can you get? Hebrews 3:3. Linda. Florida. Revelation 5:5. Ruth. White Truck. West Virginia. Betty. It always really perturbed me, like how the fuck, Tim can fucking molest your fucking kids and he still gets out a year and a half later. Like, and it's because you fucking sold your soul to the devil. Wednesday, January, Ruth 116, Edwin, singer. Someone signed a contract with the devil to become a singer and did all this diabolical bullshit, and it still didn't work out for him. 90s, some people were born in the 90s. I'm trying to find myself to be a better man for you. You can't come back from the shit that you guys did. So you might as well just go and be as evil as you fucking want to be, because it's done for all of you. Actor, your Boaz is on the way. Kentucky, Las Vegas, Leo, so is the lawyer still on the bar, or did he lose his license to practice for helping you guys out? RW. Lisa, you're meant to shine. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. February. Still getting February 19th is significant. Matt. Is that the cousin that slept with my fucking twin? The male cousin anyways, because there's a female cousin too. If not more than one. Can you ever forgive me? Edward. Ain't no bitch in my blood. Carter. True love comes when you love yourself. You are royal. Darius. Sagittarius. No matter how hard it is, do the right thing. There's a Sagittarius that's buying a minor fucking cigarettes and marijuana, and their health is fucking quickly decreasing because you're doing it. Candles. Proverbs 27:7. Drake. I'm addicted to strippers and cocaine. Stalker. Brittany. Blue Car. Virginia. Dwayne. Dwayne Ramsey, the fucking pervert from hell. They do moon magic on you. Ricky. Whitney. Ohio. Jesus is Lord, not you. Trust the process. Gemini. Saturday. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Friday. I'm bisexual. Fuck, your whole group's trisexual. You fuck anything. Haley. Keep the faith. Coffee. They lied about having COVID to go on vacation with their male lover. Melinda. 1980s. St. Louis. A number of you in your 30s. Big D. Derek. Kurt. Billy. Jordan, Sarah, Michelle, Just Stop and Breathe, Dennis, David, Black Hawk Down. So somebody's in the military. The military's involved in this bullshit. Uganda, that's a second foreign country. So this went beyond the United States. Jasmine, BJ, actress, Rachel, Atlanta, Peachtree, Sydney. I know now you're my twin. It doesn't matter because you asked to be taken out of the contract and you got your wish, Taurus. Jarvis, I saw your light and I was afraid to change. I was comfortable in my darkness. I bet you're not anymore. Nichelle, Vermont, Judy, Ursula, Virgo. With all that money you got, Virgo, you think you could fucking go get your fucking pussy like douched out. Like, you can smell the shit from 5 feet away. New York City, Big Mad. The money is coming. I have addictions you don't know about. What, poisoning people so you can fucking take their house and their cars and the money in their bank. Austin. Is that 2 people now that have OD'd in your house, Virgo? Your dreams are reality? Who's the bitch now? May. God is up to something. Don't give up. You're going to love it. Melissa. Mexico. Freddie. London. False Twin Flame. Raven. Jesus is the truth, life, and the way. Larry. South Carolina. Italy. Liz. Little Baby. Beth. Better Than I Know Myself. Nate. Orlando. New Hampshire. October. That's when you guys all sealed your fate. It was back in October in a Halloween death ritual. Maine. Indiana. You will get that job because somebody just got fired from their job and you're going to replace them. 40s, or if they haven't yet, they're getting fired on Wednesday. Dina. Cook. Spain. Tuesday. Montana. Empathic. I Was Under a Spell. You're the One That I Love. Cancer. We Will Be Together Soon. You know, Cancer, wouldn't it have been a hell of a lot easier and a lot less expensive to just go to somebody and apologize? You spent out so much fucking money. You went across state lines several different times, involved a shitload of people, when all you had to do is go and say, hey, you know what? I was shitty for what I did, and I'm sorry, and I would like to try and reconcile and try and have a second shot with you. But no, you had to go and fucking create this fucking diabolical bullshit. Trust no one. They were all involved. Daniel. You Are My Queen. George. Robert. Believe in yourself and you'll be unstoppable. Nevada. Somebody's buried in the desert. You Are My King. Amber. Keelan. Jessica. I should have told you I'm not capable of monogamy. You kind of did. I mean, when you got that kind of energy, like just protruding off of you, you could smell it. It stinks. Sunday, Alabama, Russia, North Carolina. There's another Jezebel. Reagan, Aries, another Chomo. Paris, South Africa, Hector, undercover gay. Mary, Tennessee. The things people will do for money. I still cannot believe my own fucking mother. Independent, self-sufficient. What? Hegan Park anniversary. Oh, okay. But somebody is self-sufficient, independent, and they're looking for a spouse, but they've been through so much in their life, and especially knowing how fucking nasty people can really be, they've almost lost faith and love. So, I mean, we might as well just go with the two most important things, God and yourself. Cannot believe my fucking mom and sister had sex with my fucking exes. So nasty. And then I've got two exes that would rather have fucking sex with children than fucking have sex with me. They're all going to prison, though. Every last one of you is going to prison. Well, outside of the three that are going to die. And maybe I will actually get a new beginning in love. Or at least love, self-love. Because now, anything you guys ever said about me, anything you ever done to me, any of that, I don't give a fuck. Because people like this, your opinions don't matter to me at all. Dirty bitches. And I know God's going to give me back double for my trouble when it comes to all the money and the house you stole from me. Actually, I think it's 2 houses now. One I didn't know about and one that I actually fucking paid off and had paid off by the money I fucking worked hard for. Empress. So there's definitely a mother, well, several mothers involved. But they were Empress in reverse. Here he comes, guys. How do you always know when I'm on?
W.
Over to. Yeah, this Empress and this Queen of Pentacles, they got together and fucking came up with all kinds of nasty, horrible, evil bullshit and got all these other people involved. And not a one of them even tried to muster up the strength to say no. They all thought it was cute, thought it was funny. It's not always so fucking funny when this shit backfires, and it already is backfiring for most of you. Like, I think all of you guys have suffered some form of karma, but it's only just beginning. You can't fucking sign a contract with the devil and then expect to just like, you know what? I changed my mind. I have buyer's remorse. No, bitch. You are gonna pay for what the fuck you asked for. I think there's a mother down in Florida who fucking actually signed a fucking contract with the devil to actually have her own child killed because she wanted fucking money because she's just a shopaholic and she really didn't fucking want the kid to begin with. It was an oops baby. Queen of Wands, Sagittarius. Got that answer prayer, didn't you? Where did you try? I mean, I know you put him in a trunk, but did you go from Florida to Alabama? Or did he actually die in Alabama and you brought him back to Florida in the trunk and then buried him in the backyard? Because you all wanted to have sex with each other and sex with children. And prostitution. You guys were prostituting your own fucking bodies, and then you're actually selling kids too. I'm trying. This is like just got me like just absolutely like I'm about to like fucking start bawling. Because I mean I really I guess not really through all of it that I processed and through all of it that I know happened because it happened right in front of my fucking eyes. Like a lot of this I really did not I think I stopped myself from believing that it could actually be possible that the people that I grew up with, the people who gave me life, could actually be capable of this bullshit. And it's just not the case. This actually really fucking happened. Knight of Cups. Fake love just to betray somebody so you can kill them and take their money or take their houses, steal their identity. For what? For what? Because now you're fucking somewhere fucking so sick you can barely fucking... You can't even look at yourself in the mirror. Like, was it worth it? Obviously not. Pisces. Cancer. Oh yeah, and there's a Scorpio that's majorly involved too. I don't think any really. I just don't understand. I understand my family and people are the same in the different way. I live in Ogden, Utah. Yeah, I met this pretty bad here too. Thank you. It's like, and I honestly, I didn't put it together. Like, well, I kind of did, but like, I did notice that people were shoving meth down each other's throats, like free drugs. Like, I can't even lie. Like, one of these people that's involved in this, as a good Samaritan, stayed with their mom for a couple months because I was doing a good thing. Like, she was elderly, and I thought I was helping everybody out, and they like gave me all the free meth I wanted. I mean, I can't. I've overcome so much in my life. Like, I'm so proud of myself. But at a certain point, I did dumb shit, and it was just at that time I was doing dumb shit, and yeah, I know I didn't have to ask for it or nothing. It just they constantly handed it to me, and now I know why. Because I think they were wanting to kill her, make it look like I did it, and then make it look like a murder-suicide. My mom used with me for most of my childhood. I stopped when I seen that's all she wanted me around for. That's why I don't go around my mom. Well, the fact that she she stole a fucking, I don't know how much the check was for, but she forged my name on it, cashed the check. Her and whoever else took the fucking money that I never even knew about. I would love that as well. I'm Jay North on Facebook. But then she was a part of stealing my home, my mobile home that I spent $10,000 on and really worked hard to get. She was a part of that plot. Slept with at least one, if not two, of my exes. Hey, Phoenix Rising. And then above it all, she tried to falsely accuse me to get me arrested while screaming in the public, "You fucking faggot! You piece of shit!" Like, I was devastated. I cried for 2 or 3 days over that because it made no sense to me. I was like, "What the fuck did I do to you, Mom? I ain't done a damn thing to you." Now they're the ones crying. Because everything that they cared about has been knocked over, spilled out, fucking poisoned, or killed. And the only two things standing left, one is me, and I don't know who the other one is, because at this point it seems like everyone's guilty except me. Not that I'm innocent, I'm just saying I wasn't a part of this shit. Nobody's innocent. We're all born guilty. Born into sin. Yep, now they all want to defend themselves and act like they didn't do this or do that, or, hey, she did it. No, he did it. No, well, they made me do it. No, bitch, you were celebrating, fucking getting drunk, doing drugs, and fucking kids, and fucking having orgies, and whatever the fuck else you were doing, while rejecting God and his people that were trying to help you the fuck out, that would have done anything for you to help you get out of this fucking diabolical, sinful, nasty ass way of life. Now they're forced to walk away because you guys are, there's no hope for you. There's no saving you. So I hope that short-lived victory was fucking awesome. A couple months you guys got to spend living it up, doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do, because it's over now. I guess it was more like a couple years. Because I really started to notice that I was living in the Twilight Zone about 3 years ago. And even before that, there was some stuff. But I mean, really, 3 years ago, it really started being like the Twilight Zone. I'm new to you, but may God have connected. I appreciate your openness. Thank you. I really wish you would have come in on a different reading, but I appreciate you. They want you down and miserable as them. And that's what I don't make any sense to me. For one, what happened in your life that made you this miserable? I've been through, from the time I was in diapers, men have been touching me sexually. Then I was overweight as a kid. I was feminine. So I was always taunted and tortured in school. My parents didn't have much money, so I had hand-me-down clothes. I had Goodwill clothes, so that got me made fun of. My childhood was just horrible. And plus, both my parents were raging alcoholics. And then I went to college, and those couple of years were actually not too bad. But then after college, I met a guy when I was 24, and he turned out to be a fucking raging alcoholic, child molesting piece of shit. And I went through getting my ass beat for 9 years, being the only one that would work because he refused to work, but yeah, he wanted to get drunk all the time. And, and then with me working all the time to pay for everything, he had plenty of time to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. And then he damn near killed me when I found his kitty porn stash. So, what the hell could have been so bad in these people's lives to where they could be that fucking miserable? Oh, and then not to mention the fact that him and his family and some members of my family fucking got together and came up with a group of people to fucking gang stalk me from Indiana to New England to Florida to California. For 9 years, I had people coming after me, pretending to want to date me and love me and blah, blah, blah. And all they really wanted to do was fucking gang stalk me and use me for my money and torture me. Psychologically, anyways. Me too. You're not alone. Let's make it out of here together. You're different and a light worker. You're beautiful for all you went through. Thank you. And hopefully I never have to do a kind of reading like this again, because I really don't like it. But at the same time, I'm not going to let these people get away with the shit. Knight of Pentacles. Their guilt they can't handle their guilt. And what they did to get that pinnacle, whatever it is that they did to get the money, it's fucking driving them. They're absolutely, I mean, they might even kill themselves, but they're at least gonna fucking snitch before they do. And I really hope that they find it enough courage and bravery to go to somebody and speak to them instead of killing themselves. Because I don't wish suicide on nobody, but this shit is fucking just unbelievably outrageous that anybody would be able to justify this shit for some money. Yep. Somebody was just a flat out fool. They believed the wrong motherfucking people. They were at a crossroads. One road led to light, and they were going to have a great life following God, and the other road led to all this nasty ass bullshit. Yes, he is. And they chose the road that led to certain death. And now they know how much of a fucking fool they were to work with this group, a coven, secret society, doing witchcraft, death magic. Somebody's already died. I do think it was a mature man, an older male. There's still going to be an older female that dies. I do believe there's going to be a woman who tries to kill her husband in his sleep and then make it look like it was either natural causes or a suicide. And there's going to be a younger person that dies too. There's going to be at least 3 more people that die. And then I think one that's going to commit suicide. And then the rest of them, I think, will go to prison. And the authorities are rushing in now to put a stop to all this bullshit. Actually, I wish I had my other phone. If I can look it up. I want to see who all's in jail in my hometown. Because I do think there's already people that have already started getting arrested. This has been going on for a long time. And it almost makes me feel stupid. Like, that I would, like, literally was, like, present, but not, like, aware. Like, I was there, but not aware. And it's just like, how could so much shit, and how can that many people lie that consistently? Like, I mean, a lot of times I called a lot of people out of their bullshit, but nobody would own it. You know what I mean? Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're a fucking drug addict. You're this, you're that. Like, you're nuts. You know what I mean? Like, always like projected it back to me. And because the shit was like so outrageous, for a long time I let him do it. I guess honestly I just did not want to believe that it could be true. That this Aries talked all these fucking people into doing this shit. And the guy I was with for 9 years that I found his kitty porn stash, he was an Aries. Yeah. He worked hard, because after I fucking got him arrested and got him put on a sex offender list, he spent every waking moment after that to try to figure out a way to get me fucking either raped, tortured, or killed. And he got 2 of them done. I was raped twice, was kidnapped and held against my will for 12 hours down in Florida back in 2019. He just, because God had me and protected me, he never was able to get me, all the way off. But relationship after relationship got left out in the cold because he come in secretly without me knowing it, him or one of his other cronies, and offer the guy I was with either money, or the guy I was with was already paid before I met him. And that's the whole reason why they came into my life. But either way, spent a lot of time and resources and hurt a lot of fucking people to pay me back. Like, I know it was a big part of it, but then again, sex trafficking and child prostitution and kitty porn and all that shit was also like a fucking big part of why they did the shit. So I was just a fucking bonus, I guess. I don't fucking know. Knight of Wands, lustful, youthful energy. Yeah, people juggled between lustful orgies and promiscuity and love. And every one of these people they went against love and picked promiscuity and horrible, diabolical sex. I mean, I can't. If it was just consenting adults, fine, whatever. If you want to fucking go out and fuck 5 million people, then you do it. But when you brought kids into it, that's the day you sold your soul. But there's victory here over all these people. This whole thing, I mean, the feds have been watching for a long time, and they've just been waiting until they, had enough to seal the deal and make sure that everyone that needed to go down goes down. I mean, there was one, if not two, undercovers in the group, but I think one of the undercovers is actually turned and fucking became just as bad as the rest of the motherfuckers. So I definitely think he got fired, and he is going to be on the chopping block with the rest of them. All the while, all these people like fucking tried to frame an innocent person. Or a couple innocent people, but definitely for sure me. Well, lying, stealing, cheating, deceiving, doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do as if they were like some kind of I don't even fucking know. I'm at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen very often. It's because I'm heartbroken, and now all these fucking people are heartbroken too. Because the minute the spell work like wore off, and they fucking woke up to reality, and they realized what the fuck they did, and what they'd asked for, and the consequences that it brought on, and it's going to continuously bring on. They're begging the angels to help them, and the angels are like, we're just here to make sure everything gets balanced out because you guys asked for this shit and you got it. Now you're going to feel every bit of pain and suffering that you put on to innocent people while they celebrate because God has vindicated them. And you will carry all the burdens that you wanted them to carry. And they will finally have an equal give and take relationship with someone who actually loves them as much as they love. They will be loved. They will love and be loved in return equally. And with that closes this cycle. And the ones that were innocent will move on and actually have, it's going to be like a Cinderella story. Rags to riches, You grew up poor, you grew up struggling, you grew up like fighting every day of your life. And then overnight, you're never going to have to fight again. You're never going to have to struggle again. Like, I mean, you start to work and stuff like, and use your creativity and, philanthropy and, charitable, give back to humanity out of gratitude for what God did for you. And be grateful that you had patience and did not choose to be like these other motherfuckers and believe lies and not go searching for the facts and just hop on board to be a part of this nasty diabolical bullshit. You got your chariot and you got away. But even still, because it was so horrible, you're even going to be plagued with nightmares because it's going to take so long for you to believe that this actually really happened and it was your friends and family and people you were intimate with that did it. Right? Yeah. But you made the right choice. If this is resonating, you made the right choice and you're getting out of it. And it's, like I said, you're going to get a new lover who actually truly, genuinely loves you. And you guys will have the fairy tale life together. Heaven on earth. It's like God's way of saying thank you for being a good person and like doing what I asked you to do and sticking to your calling instead of turning to your evil, sinful nature, sinful, fleshly nature. Push through any insecurity, Cancer. I wish you would have. Because a lot of this shit probably wouldn't have happened if you would just come to me 3 years ago and said, I'm sorry I did this. It was fucking shitty of me. Will you give me a second chance? But no, you wanted to fucking go play in your pride and your ego and act like you did nothing wrong when you knew the whole fucking time you did. And then after when it set in that I was never coming back, then you went and created all this shit, spent a lot of fucking money, fucking brought I don't exactly know how it played out because it's between you and the Aries and now the Taurus. But I know that you, Cancer, had a lot to do with it. So you spent a lot of fucking money and you brought in at least some of my exes and you brought in some coworkers and you might have brought in family, but I don't know if you actually knew any of my family or not because I know you never met them through me. But then again, I mean, everyone I met for fucking 6 years straight from all across the country somehow was tied into the bullshit. I was actually able to tie somebody I met in New England, somebody I met in Florida, and somebody I met in Kentucky, all back to my fucking ex's family. They were either tied to a cousin or an auntie through Facebook. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Embrace the flow of life, Gemini. Talk less, feel more, Pisces. Keep your heart open, Libra. Reflect on your priorities, Aquarius. Detoxify, Taurus. See the bigger picture, Sagittarius. And be proud of yourself, Taurus. So maybe there's a Taurus that actually isn't as involved as it is looking like they were. Or maybe they were involved, but at the end of the day, they said, you know what? I'm fucked up for doing this, and I'm not going to let these people are not going to get away with this. And they went and they ratted because they knew it was the right thing to do. Cobra. Change is inevitable, but with it comes a chance to shed a burden. Whale. Through music, you reclaim life's magic and grow strong in body and soul. Yeah, music is very healing. So, I mean, if you resonate with this at all, I definitely would spend some time in music today and meditation. I'm going to after I cut this off. And just realize that God, you went through this because God trusted you to do the right thing, and it's going to serve a great purpose, and it is going to honestly change the world for the better, even though right now it doesn't feel like it. But just keep getting up every day, making the right choices, stay in prayer, stay in the word, and stay looking to the sparrow. And one day you will realize why you went through it and all the good it actually did come out of it by you being the good person that you are. Wild boar, whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. I mean, I can't make it up. I hadn't even looked at the cards yet when I was saying that, and then I basically said exactly what I just said before I turned it over. Cheetah, a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. I hope that decision is me doing this reading, and hopefully the unwavering action is the authorities rushing in and getting everybody. Lion, banish loneliness by reaching out to special friends. Oh. Seal, hard work and inspiration are the foundation of true creativity. Tortoise, when changes are made for the sake of change itself, resist. So don't just go change and shit up just because you're bored. But when things are out of line and out of control, then yes, by all means, please make the necessary changes. Deer, take note of the messages and whispers and secret adrift on the breeze. And Chameleon, conceal ambition with patience until it's time to make your move. And I did. And I feel like this was my move. I love you guys. If you love me as much as I love you, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.